All right, everyone, welcome. I am Dr. Jessica Bueller, and I'm here to talk to you tonight about why LifeVantage was right for me. And, you know, this presentation, the title of it is The Ultimate Biohacker's Guide to Take Control of Your Own Biology. And really, this is what we're looking at is using activation and supplementation to become a better version of ourselves. So nutrigenomics is the study of using nutrition to affect our gene expression. And this is really where the latest trends are moving toward. If you're watching the news, if you're reading in the newspaper, you're going to see more information about this. Even look at just, think about where research is going, where we're looking for answers. We're looking into our gene expression, what things that we might be doing or that might be creating different expression of genes in us. And so this is huge. Look at how big the number is projected to be by 2023. So if you haven't heard about nutrigenomics, then you definitely will. So what we want to think about are kind of two simple basic things, but a little tricky naming, which I kind of like. So it's thinking about a hijacked body versus a biohacked body. So with something that's hijacked, we're taking over it for a negative purpose, for a destructive purpose. And think about how our bodies are hijacked every single day with the physical things that we're doing, with the emotions that we're thinking, with the foods that we're eating, the things that we're drinking, the toxins we're exposed to, whether it's in our environment, in our water, in our air, I mean, everywhere. Or different forms of radiation, even our cell phones are just really hijacking how our bodies perform, and allergies even too. So when we look at biohacking, though, we want to look at taking control of our biology for a better purpose, to optimize our gene potential, to express genes in a better way. If you will, we want to be able to turn on the good genes and turn off the bad genes. And that's what we can get by using activation and supplementation together to gain different grounds.
Take a deep breath. Hold it. Now gently exhale. Ironically, while oxygen is necessary for all human life, it is also the element that is at the root of the aging process. That's because oxidative stress, which is a toxic level of reactive oxygen in your cells, is one of the primary causes of cell damage and the adverse effects of aging. It's almost as if your cells were slowly rusting from the inside. There's no stopping the process, but as with rust, there are ways to slow it down, to inhibit the aging process, and even reverse oxidative stress. It's called nutrigenomics, the science of using nutrition and naturally occurring compounds to affect gene behavior and attack the root causes of aging. Another root cause of aging is the depletion of mitochondria in your cells as you age. Mitochondria that are the powerhouses or engines of your cells. Nutrigenomics delivers a one-two punch that creates stronger cells that are better equipped to fight the effects of aging by using the NRF2 pathway to help the body produce more antioxidants and using the NRF1 pathway to boost mitochondrial production, which inhibits the aging process and increases the energy level in your cells. Aging is inevitable. The rust comes back. The engine loses some power. But now we don't have to take aging lying down. LifeVantage's study of nutrigenomics fights the root causes of aging to help people look and feel younger, naturally. LifeVantage, at the forefront of nutrigenomics.
So that video is just a short little clip, but it kind of brings you around to this full circle of information that we're going to be covering in this. But this main product, the product that launched this company, LifeVantage, to the forefront of nutrigenomics is this product right here, Protandim Nerve2 Synergizer. And this was the product that actually got me interested in this company because people are constantly targeting chiropractors with their products, and most of them have no research to back up what they say. And this one is totally different. So the research with this is very astounding. And so we're just going to talk about this product for a little bit, and then we'll go on after that. But this is the one that really hooked me, and it really is the research that's behind this product that is so powerful. And we've all been affected by different things in life, right? But one of my best friends passed away from cancer. And when she was going through her cancer treatments, I was in charge of her nutrition. And I had studied all of the components that we'll be talking about tonight, but all of the components that are in this particular product, she was taking as well. And you'll see why as we're going along, because of how they affect our genes. But this Protandim Nerve2 Synergizer is proven to lower oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days in every single person, actually in every single mammal. So oxidative stress, like they just talked about, is basically cellular damage or inflammation. It's the wear and tear of our cells. And so to be able to lower that by 40% in 30 days is something that was never done before this product was developed. Not with any kind of antioxidant or supplement or medication or anything that it's ever been known. It supports the natural cellular repair and rejuvenation processes, detoxification. There was a study done by the National Institute of Aging that showed that it increased the median lifespan of male mice by 7%. We have the BSCG and the NSF standards, so certified drug-free, and what we say is in the product is in the product. It's a very low dose of 5 all-natural compounds that you can see across the bottom. So what happens is, it's not just about these components though, it's about the synergy of these components. How individually they don't give the same effect as they do when they're in the exact proportion used in this product. And so what happens is there's an 1,800% increase in their effectiveness based on our exact blend, which is why we have so many patents on our blend. But what happens with this activator, this synergizer, is we take it and then it activates a protein messenger within every single cell in our body called NRF2, nuclear erythroid-like factor 2. And NRF2 attaches to our genes and it causes an expression of certain part of your DNA. So several genes are affected, but the one gene that we're talking about right now is the one that allows us to lower that oxidative stress load. And it does that by allowing us to produce our own antioxidants at a rate of 1 million to 1 every second. So think about that, right? We all know antioxidants are good for us. We all know that antioxidants have to help to balance free radicals that we're either putting in our body or creating in our body by different things that we're doing, that hijacked state, if you will. But we cannot possibly eat 1 million every single second. This is how we get that 40% reduction, and it's cumulative, so the longer we take it, the more that goes down. So over 20 peer-reviewed published articles available in PubMed. PubMed.gov is where doctors do their research. If you have a study with any kind of validation, it will be available in PubMed. And look at these journals that we're cited in, you guys. Along with the universities and institutes that are also studying our product. We're endorsed by the American Heart Association, the American Cancer Society, Colorado State, Harvard, Washington State. So many different institutions have studied and funded their own studies on our product. Again, 7 US patents, and we also have some international patents, been featured on many TV shows. So there's more research I could go into regarding our ProTandem Nerve2 Synergizer. Obviously, you could see there were several articles, several journals, several institutions that have featured us. So, but to keep things simple, and if you want more information, we can get you that too. We're going to move on to the next product. This product was developed as a co-pilot to our ProTandem Nerve2 Synergizer, and it's called ProTandem Nerve1 Synergizer. So what they found was that as cells were being damaged by free radicals, part of the cell that was being damaged was the mitochondria. And if you remember back to your elementary science classes, the mitochondria is the energy producing part of the cell. And so once the mitochondria, that engine, gets damaged, the cell cannot do its job even if we get the damage down, right? The engine just is not working. So what they developed here is a way to improve our performance, our energy production, to repair those mitochondria, to boost the production of mitochondria, and to increase our ATP production. And how it does this is there's a blend, again, of 5 synergistic components that work together, just like our Nerve2 ProTandem. Individually, they don't give the same effect as when we get them in the exact blend, which is why we have patents. This one doesn't have the same, it's only been around since 2016, but a very similar process happens here. We take this synergizer, this activator, and it activates the NRF1 protein messenger within the cell, which attaches to our DNA, and it causes an expression of certain genes. So this is where we get our production of energy. We fix the cells, give the cells engines, give them more engines, and then we give them more fuel. So the third product we want to talk about today, which these are issues that are big for everyone, is the importance of our gut, of a healthy microbiome. So this is our probiotic, Physique Probio, with immune support. It has a patented BioTract and Wellmune technology. So Wellmune has its own website, and it is yeast beta-glucans that are found in colostrum, or a mother's first milk. So this really gives an added immune system boost, and it also acts as a prebiotic for the probiotic, which are the good bacteria, to eat once they get deep into your gut. The other part of the patent is a BioTract lining. This allows it to bypass the stomach acid, where most probiotics get destroyed, and actually make it to the small and large intestine, where we need them to colonize to give all of their benefits. So with these two technologies, we see a 60% survival rate. 15 times the bacteria get to the gut than with other similar products. And probiotics help to form tight junctions in communication between your brain and your gut. They also provide 70 to 90% of your immune system, which is huge for every single person. There are so many benefits to the health of our gut, but really big things: digestion, absorption of your food, your mental state, and your immune system are probably the top 3. Omega Plus, this is the 4th product we're going to talk about tonight. These 4 products will be combined, so for ideal benefit. But Omega Plus supports our cognitive health, our heart, our skin, our immune system. So we have omega-3s, just EPA and DHA, for anti-inflammatory and nervous system functions, and then also omega-7 for metabolism and weight management, and then a little bit of added vitamin D3, which has huge effect on mood and so many other aspects as well. But really, we see a lot of effects on our brain and our cognitive function, for sure. But what makes our Omega Plus different, obviously, is our formulation. But the purity of a fish oil is a really big thing. So if you're getting a cheap fish oil, you're getting cheap fish oil, meaning that it is more than likely oxidized, if not rancid. If it smells like a yucky fish, it probably is a yucky fish. And with our Omega Plus product, we have 100% traceable oils from boat to bottle. of Alaskan omega pollock and cod marine as well. So these are our two sources. Norway is where the cod comes from. So these 4 products together make our vitality stack. And honestly, this is what I feel every human should be taking. And it's what my husband and I and our 4 kids also take. So we have our NRF2 Pro Tandem, our NRF1 Pro Tandem, our Physique Pro Bio, and our Omega Plus. And before I knew about NRF2 and NRF1, probiotics and omegas were what I've recommended for my patients for the last 10 years. But with this vitality stack, it's even more powerful because we get the benefit of supplementation with our probiotics and omegas with activation with our NRF2 and NRF1 Pro Tandem. So we reduce our oxidative stress load, boost our mitochondrial production, improve our energy, support our microbiome, improve our immune function, our heart function, our brain function. There's not a system in our body that is not impacted by this vitality stack, which is why I think it's so important. Okay, this is the 5th component, and everyone in my family uses this product too. It's called Axio Smart Energy. It's a liquid brain food. It's for mental endurance, acuity, concentration, memory, retention. Basically what it does is it allows the neurotransmitters in our brain to get to the part of the brain that they need to go to. And because of our delivery system, it being liquid, it's an instant effect. And it's not, there's a decaf and a caffeinated version, and it's not just the caffeine. Even the decaf versions will give you that instant filling because those neurotransmitters are doing what they're supposed to do. It's a clean formula, low carb, again with our BSCG seal, no added sugars, no artificial sweeteners, no GMOs. It's stevia is the sweetener. And this is so huge for kids and adults for the impact on the brain. Really, if you have a brain, your brain deserves to have some activation with Axio Smart Energy. And then True Science. So there are 2 studies that we have published that are affecting skin. One of which showed that with our NRF2, the little yellow pill is NRF2 Pro Tandem. And when that was studied, they showed that skin cancers were falling off. And they also found that it extended lifespan. And it was the only product that was actually proven to be anti-aging. So they came to the company and said, if your product can do this from the inside out, why not have something from the outside in? And so this True Science skincare line 4-step program was developed with the same components of NRF2 Pro Tandem. And it is awesome, in my opinion. And of course, people were giving Pro Tandem, NRF2 to their dogs and other animals. Horses and dogs are the 2 most common because they're competing animals. Look at what your horse does when it's, in working, or a hunting dog. It's crazy. So they're working on developing one specifically for horses and cats as well. But right now, most people with their horses are using just the regular Pro Tandem NRF2. But this is specifically designed for dogs. Tastes like liver and bacon. And of course, dogs have a 7 times the oxidative stress load that a human does, which is why their lifespan is not quite so long. So we see a shinier coat, increased playfulness, more energy, supporting joint health, hearing, eyesight, all of that. And then a physique weight management line. Now this came about just by demand, right? Everyone's looking for weight management, whether it's maintaining what they have or losing more. And so we have a cleanse, which supports the natural detox processes. It's a capsule form. It's very gentle. It helps remove that sludge out of your gut and help your gut start functioning a little better. That combined with that Physique Pro Bio is very profound effect on your gut health, restoring that. And then Physique Fat Burn, which is targeted at the visceral fat, which surrounds our organs and is the most deadly. And then, of course, the protein shake to help curb your appetite and increase your lean muscle mass with slow and fast release amino acids. Combined with a healthy diet and exercise, you can obviously see that they've had good results. All right, so we're going to go back to where we started with our initial product, Pro Tandem NRF2 Synergizer. This product was originally was sold in 2003 on retail shelves after they finished their first published study, the one that showed that we could reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. And soon afterwards, there was an ABC Primetime investigative report done in 2005 on that flagship product. And if you remember those ABC Primetimes, they were really done to find the spoof in a company, not to reinforce it. But instead, that's not what happened. In 2005, John Quinones actually had a better than 40% reduction in only 2 weeks. And so major universities then started researching it, which is why we have so many institutions that have done research on our product. Anyway, so it was on retail shelves until 2009 when the company was nearly going bankrupt because nobody knew what Protandim Nerve 2 Synergizer was. There was no category to put it by. Nobody knew the significance, so they weren't selling very much. They hired a marketing advisor that suggested they switch from retail to direct sales. And in a 6-week trial, this direct sales, which is what it's in right now, won by 300%, which is why you are only able to get it through an independent LifeVantage distributor like Kaitlyn and I are. So let's just think about how business has changed, right? Everything is kind of moving toward this technology-driven world. You know, people don't get cabs, they do Uber. People don't call people, they see stuff on Facebook. When they need something, they order it on Amazon. A lot of our brick and mortar stores are closing down because that competition is just, everybody's leading this fast-paced life and everything is just changing to this technology-based movement. So where's LifeVantage as far as growth and timing goes? Well, you can see right where we are, and we're in that really early phase where it's a great time to get on as far as if you were thinking of doing this as a business. But even if you're not thinking of doing it as a business, it's still a great time to get on the products because no one has even heard about them yet. It comes with a proven system to help you as far as connecting with a team and developing it into a business. You get your own website. You check out what the carts, again, the same kind of technologies as Amazon would have. But as a distributor, you would start off buying a bundle of product. It's a one-time purchase. You don't buy the bundle every single month. In fact, you can't buy it again after you buy it once. So you get this one-time bundle of product, which is great because if you're going to be selling a product, you'd certainly like to know that it worked or did something in yourself before you're trying to tell someone else about it. We get paid weekly, we get paid monthly. You know, none of this was anything that I even knew about when I first started because I really didn't care. I fell in love with the science and I felt like everyone deserved to hear this information. But this is a slide that I probably could talk about for a while because this made sense to me, right? This is the traditional plan. We go to school and then we work and then in hopes that we can retire and enjoy our golden years, right? Except most people cannot retire. And if they can, their life isn't really so golden anymore, right? They're not in the health or the physical state to actually enjoy that time frame that you would think you've worked all of your life to get to enjoy. Well, with LifeVantage, you can do the same amount of education, and then you can also earn while you're still learning because this was not something that I intended to do as a business, but you earn while you're learning, and then depending on how hard you're working, obviously you would have more of your life that you would be able to just live. And it really is, you know, it is really cool when you see some of your team members starting to be able to let go of some of their part-time jobs, their extra jobs that they're doing. And they're doing this and they're feeling so much more fulfilled because they're helping people in their health journeys, but they're also able to benefit as well. So I think another question that is big for me too is, the idea of never depending on just a single income. That thought process of, I have 4 babies and 1 on the way, and my husband's a farmer. And, if something ever happened to my husband, could I make it on what I'm doing right now? Or if something ever happened to me, could my husband support our children with what he's doing right now? And I don't think that the answer to that question in every family is like, yeah, we'd be fine. So I think there's sometimes you need to, reevaluate your situations too, and have that backup plan, that plan B, that thought process of what would I do if I, couldn't do what I was doing right now, as a chiropractor, if I lost an arm, how would I continue practicing? How would I make an income? And so there is this backup plan idea. And like I said, when you go back to that timing slide, really hardly anyone knows about this. And these really are groundbreaking medical breakthrough technology that really just is amazing what happens with your body. So you have 3 options, basically. You can get started biohacking. We get you started on the products that work for you and your body and what you have going on with your health. The second option would be to join us biohacking and also sharing this with others. So you're not only using the products, but you're sharing it with the people that you love and care about. And as a team, we help you do that. And then the third option is that perhaps you don't think biohacking is for you, but you know someone that we maybe could help. So those are kind of the 3 options. And really, we want to meet you where you are and when it's right for you too. So like I said, for me, it was right away because I dove into that research and I saw the potential as far as gene expression with cancer and Alzheimer's and heart disease, all of which are in my family. And I felt that with knowledge comes responsibility. And so for me, the only option was to share it with other people, as well as get it into my body and the bodies of all those I love as soon as possible. But that's not the case for everyone. So I'm going to ask you to get back to whoever asked you to come here today and let them know where you are and what you need to continue on.